So the US government is dumb. Now, this was part of the email that I received from somebody just the other day, and I want to read you this email. And I want your input on this as well, because this is somewhat of the statements that I've been getting a lot lately is, why is the US government doing this? Why is the US government doing that? Well, honestly, we don't really have answers. And even when the media is talking to the White House press secretary, she just kind of blows them off or says, well, she will have to listen to and talk to other departments because she isn't able to clarify what's going on there. So really, when we ask these questions, we don't get a response. But I want to bring up what this person said. Now, here's the email. This person writes, Adam, the U.S. government is dumb. They have no clue what they're even talking about. The administration says that they have done the best job in history at getting gas prices to come down. They've applauded themselves for bringing gas prices down from the national average of over $5 per gallon. And this was back in March of 2022. But now we are seeing gas prices going back up. This is all because of refinery shutdowns, which were planned as a result of margins being so high that refineries couldn't justify a shutdown last year. But again, this was expected, and the administration knew this, but did nothing about it. Democrats screwed over the American people for the past 2 years. They told us they were passing the Inflation Reduction Act to obviously bring down inflation. But in the end, it caused inflation to go up even higher on essential products. Food prices are not stopping, and gas again is going back up. Last year, I could go to Costco and pay around $170 to $180 for a week's worth of food. This year, my family size is still the same. I am averaging closer to $270 to $280 for a week's worth of food. That is ridiculously expensive. And in the Inflation Reduction Act, Democrats said that it would save Medicare recipients money. Yes, the $35 per month for the per month cap on insulin is great, but this only covers around 3.3 million Americans. I am not one of them. And their big boost, capping pharmacy costs at $2,000 per year, this will be great when it goes into effect in 2025. But what about saving the American people money right now, because we all need it? Now, I'm writing this to you because I have nothing else to do. I've submitted multiple job applications. Nobody's calling me back. I am running out of unemployment benefits. Those will end very soon. And right now, I am just looking for a job. But I'm willing to help you any way that I can. Now, it also goes on to say, and what about this clean energy and electric vehicle tax credit? All this did was shoot electric vehicles and solar power kits through the roof. I know, because I was about to get a solar power kit for my home, but then I was laid off and the prices soared. Biden's big promise that nobody making less than $400,000 per year will pay a penny more in taxes. This sounded great, but it didn't ultimately work. What about Social Security tax cap? This went up. It went up from $147,000 to $160,200. This is a possibility of another $1,636.80 in taxes. So yeah, not a penny more, but $1,600 more. The administration is so dumb. And that doesn't even take into consideration when they changed the definition of a recession to play in their favor before the midterms. How crazy are they? And what about right now? What about the debt ceiling? Democrats don't want to negotiate with Republicans, and Democrats say that we need to just raise the debt ceiling with a clean bill. But why would anybody want to do this when it is just going to create another opportunity for them to add more spending? And I just want to add here, because this is something that I know a lot of people get a little bit confused about, is raising the debt ceiling doesn't actually add to our debt, because all we're trying to do is increase the debt ceiling so we can continue to borrow to pay for these things that we've already promised. So these are previous bills that have passed. The issue is if we don't raise it, we can't pay that. We can't borrow more money. We can't pay those off, pay those things, right? Pay off for our promises. that creates an issue. So, which is true. For instance, let's say more military spending. Let me go back a little bit. But why would anybody want to increase the debt ceiling? It is just going to create another opportunity for them to add more spending. For instance, let's say more military equipment and money to Ukraine so that their officials can take it all for themselves. Again, the US government is so dumb and things are not getting any better. Why are Ukrainian refugees getting SSI checks, getting SNAP benefits, and getting all the benefits that the American people struggle to get and pay into for their entire lives? What is going on here? I am so confused. Anyway, feel free to share this with your YouTube. I would really like to know who else feels that the US government is so dumb and out of touch with reality. That is his email to me. Now, first off, I just want to say thank you. It wasn't Stefan. I just want to say thank you for sending this email. If any of you have a message that you want to get across, I will not read all of them. Well, I'll read them, but I will not share all of them, depending on what it is. But I will read it and I will most likely get back to you. So all you got to do is send me an email. My email address will be down in the description box below. But I just want to add a couple things. The US government is out of touch with reality. They don't understand what the average person is going through. The lower income households. They say that they're trying to provide for the lower income households, the middle income Americans. But the middle class is struggling. But really, what are they doing? Democrats had the ability to pass a lot more legislation for the middle class. They could have taxed the wealthy. They could have taxed businesses. Ultimately, those two taxes probably would have been pushed over to the American people. We would have paid more. So the middle and lower income households, chances are, would have been in a worse situation than we are today. However, they had options, but they decided to do nothing. So we're going to see what happens moving forward, but that is what we know as of right now. Again, as soon as we get more information as to what is going on and the truth behind the decisions that these lawmakers are making, I promise I will fill you in on all the latest news and updates. Again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.